structure is necessary for a system to function, basically.
Definitely.
So yeah,
Definitely.
we will try to organize the chaos, I guess.
Yeah. Hi everyone, this is Matej again from the Artano core team. We have another council interview series with Domagoj, who is an aspiring animation artist from Zagreb, Croatia. Hi Domagoj, how are you doing?
Doing great. Thanks for having me today.
Nice.
Early morning, waking up.
Yeah, so. It's a Sunday morning, Sunday interview.
Yeah.
These are like kind of all over the place. We do them sometimes in sometimes at night, sometimes in the morning. Depends on the mood.
Well.
Yeah. Cool. So how are you doing? What's up in Zagreb?
In general, it's great. Yeah, doing pretty good. Zagreb is getting rainy and cloudy these days. It's autumn came a bit late this year, I guess in the most of the world as well. But now we're getting the rains and clouds are coming, so it's getting windy. So it's, I guess, the usual at this time of year.
What's the art scene like in Zagreb? I mean, I've heard, in Belgrade, I know it's it's there. I mean, but I don't know Zagreb, how things there?
I mean, honestly, I'm not really following these past few months. I guess it's been I've been mostly oriented, into the intrawebs and
Discords.
the NFTs and the NFTs and Discords space. So I'm kind of out of the real world experience. But I think it's generally, I think Corona is probably in most places kind of, did its part in delaying some things, getting organized. But in general, we have film festivals and exhibitions. There are a lot of student exhibitions lately since the academic year has ended recently. So there were like student independent exhibitions and collaborative exhibitions. So it's I guess as usual, nothing spectacular happening. So yeah.
But tell us, what are you doing actually, like in general? Like tell us about your art and how you got into it.
How I got into it, yeah. Well, I guess a bit of my background is actually I started my how should I say, my academic life in the humanities. I've enrolled in the faculty of humanities and social sciences first, my first year of college. So I studied Indology. So it's Hindu culture and language and Latin language and literature. Kind of wanted to go into the linguistics direction and anthropology studies and stuff like that. I'm very into mythology and these like cultural differences between different parts of the world and nations. So I wanted to go into that direction, but then again I was always kind of artistically how should I say, expressive, I guess. I always liked to draw and take photos with my camera and do videos. So at the end of my first year, I decided, maybe I should go into the arts somehow. But I was looking for something more, how should I say, modern, I guess, some modern medium. I mean, I did like painting, but I'm more into like what's called like the practical use of art, I guess, so I was more into game design and game development back in the day. So this was like 2015, 16. So I was looking for something like that, in the region around Zagreb. And I found out that the Academy of Fine Arts had the animation and new media, you know, like
yeah, it's like
say
a
subset
faculty. Yeah.
studies. Yeah. So I decided to apply, and I got accepted, luckily. And I guess, you know, that's how I pretty much got into animation. I mean, I always liked, you know, animated movies, especially Ghibli movies, as you know.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, it's reflected in my, you know, art style, I guess.
Yeah.
So it's been a huge inspiration always, yeah, the Miyazaki movies especially. So yeah, so basically I kind of finished my bachelor degree in animation.
What about you know,
Yeah.
you are in the NFT space a lot. I mean, you're I think you're in a lot of Discords as well, or Telegrams, I don't know. How has that been for you? I mean, what's your opinion on the whole thing? Cardano specifically.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it was I was actually, I guess I got into the whole blockchain space back in late 2017, 2018, you know, the last bull run, as they say. So this is when I discovered Cardano actually, and it got me really interested, you know, and I got into some forums and was actually quite active a few years ago there, you know, just like talking with people and seeing, you know, what they're up to, what's their expectations. Yeah. So I was really excited to find out this year that Cardano is gonna have like a native token functionality, which was like a pretty huge deal for me as an artist, because I was always wondering like how could I contribute to this community, since I've been almost like from the beginning, you know, involved in the Cardano space. So this really, I saw this as an opportunity to, you know, like get involved, like immerse myself with the community in my own, you know, artistic ways. So I think NFTs really, you know, gave me this opportunity, like, you know, like to most artists as well. So I think the possibilities are, you know, endless. I find it very interesting as I mean, it's really a new artistic medium for expression, so I think there's a lot of room for experimenting and pretty much seeing where you can go with it. So
well, okay, but let's talk about the council. So I know you were active in the chat before, you were on Telegram, and you know, we reached out to you. We're like, so who are you? Sort of like, we were like, who is this person? He's very active and really interested in what we're doing, and then we reached out to you, and then we liked what we saw that you did. Really, I mean, it's something different that nobody's doing on the council right now. So and then you know, you came into the council, and we're really glad to have you as a really active member. And so my question, because you have been active, and so like in the Artano space at least, what is your take on curation? I mean, what is, like, how do you, because there's a lot of questions around that, right? Bias, and how do we not, you know, be influenced by our own biases, but by what we bring as, you know, what we think is pretty, basically, or not pretty, or how do we avoid that, you know, in your opinion?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, I guess, which really interested me the most about Artano and their project and their vision, you know, like the curation process. You know, since I come from, I guess, a traditional, you know, space of the art world, and I've been through curation processes before, and I think, you know, it's a really good filtering medium and the way to, you know, just find quality that's, you know, that can be, I mean, you know, of course it's important that a person who is doing the curation has their own ideals and visions of what they're looking in individuals. But then again, like you said, the question is, how do we avoid our subjective feelings and just what we like or what we don't like. So I think first of all, it's good to have like a lot of people involved. So 20 people in Artano is definitely a good starting point to have a diverse set of opinions and cultural backgrounds, different different tastes in art styles. So this will bring a lot of diversity as well into the basically the art space itself. But in general, well, I guess personally what I will be looking mostly with the applications is not so much the visual feel, the visual look of an artwork, but more so I would like to focus in the direction of conceptualization and the vision of the artist, and to try to see their potential.
Yeah.
Like if they have, I think, great ideas, can be expressed in many ways and doesn't have to be necessarily, something perfect or beautiful, which we've seen a lot of times in, in contemporary art and conceptual art in the past few decades. Anything can go these days, as they say, so but I mean, also looking to see if the person is artistically inclined in a way, like they understand their medium. They are not necessarily masters of the medium, of course, but in general find their way around using what they're working with, and just seeing the potential, like I said, in them. It's gonna be interesting to see.
It's an experiment, right? Like we are trying to, we're trying to build this from bottom up, and it's not something anybody has done before from like the very beginning. But I have faith. I mean, in you, I have faith in all the council members, and I talk to traditional artists as well, and they're always a bit scared because they think that how can a CGI artist or an animation artist, how can they curate something that's not related to their art? But that's why we have multiple people reviewing the same thing, and then if there's a problem, they can always come to the whole council and we can discuss a profile and say, okay, always ask for expert opinion. I mean, that's important. And always quality over quantity, of course, is like our motto. So.
I mean, definitely. I always looked at it like Artano kind of combines the best of both worlds, regarding equality of opportunity for everyone, to apply. So we don't have like something on other platforms, for example, on Ethereum, shall not be named. So, but people know how it works.
Yeah.
So there's no like, let's say, elitism or preference over someone else, but everyone will have the same opportunity, to apply, and hope that the council can, see their aspirations and recognize, their potential. And I think there's a lot of people in the space that are very eager to have a platform like this that is setting some standard, because I don't think there's any standards in this space or community at the moment. I guess it sounds a bit, controversial and conservative, but I just think that some kind of structure and, like I said, standard is, how we as human beings, build things around us, and some kind of structure is necessary for a system to function, basically.
Definitely.
So,
definitely.
We will try to organize the chaos, I guess.
Yeah.
Happening at the moment.
Okay, cool. Any last thoughts before we close the short interview?
Just good luck to everyone that's getting into this space. It can be very challenging, and you can feel fear at the moments, for sure, because nobody's really done this before, and nobody really knows what they're doing, I guess. So, you know, we're all in this together, and I guess let's make a new and unique experience for everyone, and
yeah.
we'll go from there. Yeah, I think it's gonna be very exciting few
It's
years.
a very exciting time. Next few months are going to be really exciting. Cool.
For sure. Yeah.
Thanks, Domagoj. Okay, that was Domagoj from
you.
Zagreb. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for talking about yourself and your views on curation. I'll see you next time.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.